After clicking on the template for Western Letterhead file, this is what you will see. This is what was created as the letterhead with the school name and address and phone number at the top. And what we want to do is we are going to add our letter to the bottom below this letterhead. There are a couple of things I want you to notice about this letterhead. Besides having a shape that I've put text and a logo on, I have set a couple of different settings. I always want this object to be at the top of my page. So in order to do that, have selected the object, and on my drawing shape toolbar in Format, Arrange, I've gone into the Position button and set it to be top center with text wrapping, which means that I shouldn't end up having text that goes above it. The other thing I want to do is I want to set this so that in the layout options, and these are kind of hard for you to see, but under the layout options for this object, I want to set it to top and bottom, which is the little icon down here in the second row under with text wrapping. And what that means is that when I go to key into this document, it will automatically put my cursor below the object or below the letterhead. So when I press my enter key, it will go below it and not above that or beside that object. So if those two settings, the position and the text wrapping, are not set, you may have difficulty with keeping the object at the top of the page. So just a hint. The next thing we need to do is we need to look at our margins. Now, if you have a short letter, you want to make sure that the letter doesn't just sit at the top of the document and so it looks out of balance. So you kind of judge how long your document's going to be or how long the letter is. Now the particular letter we're going to work on, because we're incorporating several different things in it, is going to be a little bit longer. So we may need to increase the size of our margins. Right now our default margin size is 1 inch on all 4 edges. And that can be changed by going to your page layout tab and getting the page layout ruler, and you have a margin button. Now you can manually set margins by going and clicking on the margin drop down and then setting a custom setting. So as you see here, I had previously set a 1/2 inch all 4 sides custom margin. That's pretty small for especially for a letter. Normal is showing here as 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. What we're going to actually choose for this particular letter is moderate. So you can have a top and bottom of 1 inch, and the left and right are going to be 3/4 of an inch, which gives us a little more room for text within our letter. So I'm going to click on that moderate, and if you notice, my cursor kind of moved a little to the left of where my letterhead starts. So that's fine. We're going to let it be that way. So again, to change your margin, we went into the page layout tab with that ribbon, and in the page setup group, we chose the margins button. And there is a drop down at the bottom of that button that you click, and you get several different choices of default margins that you could choose, or you can go to the very bottom and choose custom margins and set your own. So we chose moderate, and that's how we change our margins.